complete.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today, I'm hiring a fitness coach. However, I'm asking him some awkward questions, okay? So I'm asking him if he can help me bench 315. This is how it went. So I asked him, hey, I need help strength training and want to bench 315. Can you help me? He replies, yes, of course. Kindly share your current physical status. I told him I'm 5'7", 160 pounds. Age, gender, if you have any sports background like boxing, football, etc. I said, no sports, just strength training. Are you do any kind of workout past or present? Yoga, gym? I replied, yoga on weekends, but strength train 5 times a week. Let me rephrase that. I only train chest 5 times a week. Then he asks, what's your age and gender? I said 30s, male. According to your body weight, height ratio is balanced. Any medical issues, treatment? I said, okay, do you think it's a good idea to bench 5 times a week? No medical issues? Well, alright, so here's my first question. When I do yoga, I tend to pass gas or super bloated. Why? He was kind of trying to reply, then he kind of skipped that question and went off saying, bench, do you mean bench press chest workout? Clarify completely. Yes, bench press, I answered. Can you answer why I pass gas during yoga? Let's see what he says. How long do you practice yoga? Which asanas do you do in yoga? I just replied, just the basic yoga class. I'm not sure what they offer, but we're going to see what he says. I've also reached out to several others as well. So here's this guy here, Jake Chesan. I told him that I need help strength training, that I want to bench 315. He replied, of course I can help. Are you already strength training consistently? What is your current 1 RM in bench? I said my 1 RM is 295. Okay, so are you already strength training? If so, what does your training program look like? I replied, all I train is chest, bench 4 times a week. Would you be open to training different body parts and implementing more of a rest between training chest, as longer rest periods can help with strength? No, I only want a big chest. I want to be like Arnold. Hopefully one day. That's what I replied. Do you think that's a good idea? Arnold trained all body parts, not just chest. I think if you want a physique like Arnold or anyone else like that, training all body parts are important. And having the rest between chest and other body parts will help with that. Then I replied, I met a dude at the gym. All he trains is chest. We'll see what he says. Hopefully I can get these guys to answer a lot of, I actually have like maybe 3 or 4 other questions to ask them, but we'll see how it goes. Here's the other guy. Same thing. I asked him if he could help me bench 315. He replied, hello, how much do you lift right now? How long do you train? I can help you. It depends on the genetics a lot. I've been training for 13 years, I replied. Great, how much do you lift right now? I currently bench 265 for 5 to 6. That's good. Are you doing for yourself or do you want to compete? And what is your current weight right now? I want to bench 315. I weigh 160. With your weight, it is not a problem. I can help you. You just need to do the right amount of work per week and have a good technique in bench. Is there a program or questions I can ask you now? If you want to ask questions, you can take 15-minute consultations. If you want to get deep into this topic, you can get a month supervision or just a program. Oh, okay. So if I buy your service, is it via phone, chat, or email? It can be online WhatsApp calls or chat. Can it be chat through here? Sure, it's up to you. Okay, so this guy's willing to do it for 15 minutes speaking. Guess we can do it in ad chat, I guess. Okay, I am free. So, I'm gonna buy his service and then I'm gonna ask him, like I said, some awkward questions to this guy as well. Alright, so I paid for the service. So the first question to him was, I want to look like Arnold. How should I start? Let's see what he says. Hopefully this guy answers at least 2 out of the 4 that I have for him. Essentially what I'm doing is I'm asking him some serious questions and then going into the awkward questions towards the middle or towards the end of the conversation, since I do only have 15 minutes with him. So he asked me, so you want to do 15-minute conversation, right? In chat? And I said, yeah. Then he's asking me, so he says, answer me few questions so I understand what that body type I am working with. He asks us how old I am. I said I'm 34. He asks us how long do you lift weights in the gym? I say 1 to 2 hours. 5 times a week. He asks us how many sessions per week. Then he replied, that's a lot, since I told him that I did go 5 times a week. Let's see what he says. Then I replied, I want a big chest like Arnold. So I asked him, I replied, I want a big chest like Arnold. He replied, your expectation for working out in the gym. That was his question. And then I replied, so I bench 5 times a week. Is that a good idea? Then replied, it is really bad idea. Then I replied again, I just want that huge chest. Okay, so his reply was basically, well, Arnold was using anabolics for many years and his chest is good genetics as well. Oh, so he's stating he has good genetics as well. He replied, it doesn't mean you can't get something close to what he did, but it will take a while. Okay, now let's ask him some basic questions. Questions for you. I asked him, what program should I start with? So he recommends I start with full body training. Okay. All right, here it is. All right, so I popped the question. Hopefully he answers, but I'm gonna respond back with another serious question, so hopefully he thinks about that one. I replied with, so I should bench once or twice a week, just to see if that will alleviate the question. Hopefully he answers it. I threw in, I do yogas on Saturdays as well, just to see what he says. Alright, here's the second one. Also, alright. So he answered the question. He says, well, because your body gets so much pressure inside so it can't hold the pee, I would recommend to go to the doctor so he could check your health and tell you, is that safe to lift so much weight for you? And then I also popped the second awkward question in there as well. Then he replied, no, it doesn't. Some people throw up during lifting. It because of high pressure inside. Okay. He also replied, it means you should not work with that weight for now. Oh, so it means you should not work with that high weight for now. So I asked him, what should I tell my doctor about the medical issue? Also, I want him to recommend a program that I can leave with to see if you guys actually want to try. He replied, "Tell him that your body can't hold that P during weightlifting." I replied, "What if he tells me I can't lift anymore?" He replied, "Well, if it's bad for your health, guess you shouldn't do that then." He also questioned, "Do you use weightlifting belt?" I'll reply, "No." "It will," he replied. Alright, so here's the last awkward questions. Let's see what he says about this one right here. He put OFC not, of course not. It is natural. Alright guys, I'm gonna end the video like that. The intent of this video was not to make fun of Misha or his fitness coaching. My intent was to actually see how he responded to my awkward questions that I gave him. And he did a pretty good job. All his points were very valid as well. So, thanks everybody for watching, and please subscribe.